So hello everyone, I'll be doing an introduction to Google Slides. So what is Google Slides? Google Slides is a cloud-based presentation program and it is used for creating slideshows. It is also an alternative to PowerPoint. Here are some important features of Google Slides. So first off, Google Slides is free to use. It is available via the web, mobile app such as Android or iPhone, and as a desktop app on Chromebooks. It is also designed for collaboration. Your work is automatically saved. And it includes a revision history. So you're able to go back and see your history and what you've done before. You can also embed slideshow into website and blogs. So let's say you have a website or a blog, you're able to insert a Google slide into there. It is compatible with PowerPoint for import and export. So how do we get to Google Slides? So you can access Google Slides a number of different ways. Via Google Drive, so by searching up drive.google.com in the search bar, or slides.google.com, which will lead you to Google Slides, and slides.new, which creates a brand new slide. Or you can search for Google Slides in your search engine. You have access from the Google Chrome homepage. Or if you're using mobile, you can open the app on your tablet or your phone. So for the image to the right, if you're on Google Chrome, you can access Google Slides by clicking on the 9 dots at the top right of the screen. So now I'll be doing a demonstration of Google Slides. So now I have a brand new tab here. And I'll be searching up Google Slides. So remember, if you're using Google Chrome, at the top right over here are the 9 dots in formation of a square. So you can click on that and then you'll see Slides. So that's also another way to go in Google Slides. Or you can go on Google and search up Google Slides from there. So now at the top it says Google Slides, free online presentations for personal use. So you can click on that first option here. So it says personal to the left and you'll click on go to Google Slides. So now it should show you your recent presentations or your past presentations that you've created before. Or you can also start a brand new presentation. So as you can see, there are different templates. So we have blank, book report, field trip, flashcards, and so on. But for this example, I'll be clicking on blank. So now we have a brand new Google slide. It looks like this. And remember that you're recommended to rename your Google slide just so you remember what each Google slide is about. So at the top left, it says Untitled Presentation. So you can click on that and you can name it anything that you like that's about the Google slide. So I'll just name it, I'll name it Cyber Seniors Google Slide Webinar as the example. So now we'll be going over the menu bar. So in the menu bar, we have File, Edit, View, Insert, and so on. So if we click on File, here are the different options. So File is meant for sharing your Google Slides, moving it into different folders. Also, you can move things to the trash can if you want to remove the Google Slide, or you can also print. So edit is for changing some things in your Google Slide. So you can undo a mistake that you made or also redo. You can cut or basically delete a text or an image. You can also copy a text and image and paste it somewhere else. You can delete something, which is the same thing as cut, and duplicate something, which is like copy and pasting. So view is for presenting your Google Slide or making it full screen. So you can also zoom in if you want a clear view of what you're doing. You can have a ruler and speaker notes. So insert is where you can insert or put in any image, text, audio, video, and more. Format is how you would format or display your text. So let's say you want to include like a numbered list or a bulleted list to write out your ideas or your text. Then you would click on Format to change that. So slide is useful to add, duplicate a slide. You can also change your background and etc. So arrange is good to use if you're selecting something like an image or a text and you'd like to change the position of it by clicking on order. You can also rotate things by clicking on rotate, and we'll do examples of that. Tools is for like spell checks or explore, which is where you can search up anything using Google. So add-ons is for extensions, so you can download an add-on for different things. Like I have Easy Accents, which is for adding accents to your writing. And lastly, help is for searching up a feature on the menu that you can't find, and also asking any questions that you have. Themes. So you can add themes by clicking on Slide and Change Theme. So if we go back, we can go to Slide and then Change Theme. But right now, it's already to the right of my screen because I just created a brand new Google Slide. So you can find different templates or different themes. So I'll just be clicking on a random one that I see. Like this is pretty nice. And as you can see, I just clicked on the theme and it appeared right away. Speaker notes. So you can click on view and then speaker notes. So view and speaker notes should be show speaker notes. And speaker notes is useful to write things down for what you want to say in a presentation and so on. So you can click on it to add your speaker notes. Image. So to create an image, you would do insert and then image. You can search directly from Google for an image or upload from your computer, Google Photos or Google Drive. So at the top it says insert, and then at the very top it says image, and you can see the different options here. So for this example, I'll just be clicking on search the web, which means that you have access to Google. And I just searched up dog as my example. So you'd be clicking on the image, and once it has a check mark, you can click on insert at the bottom. So you can move around your image just by dragging it. And you can also resize the image. So as you can see, there are blue squares in the corners of this image. So you can drag it to make it bigger or smaller. You can also crop your image. So at the top of the screen, it says crop image if you hover over the symbol, which is like a square symbol with some lines. So if you click on that, black lines appear in the corners. And you can do the same thing by dragging, and you should be able to crop it. And to save it, you can either press on enter on your keyboard, or you can just click away like this. So to insert a text box, click on insert and then text box. So at the top we have insert, and second we have text box. So we're able to drag it to whichever size we would like, and we can just start typing. So if you want to change, like to make it bold or to make it italics, underline it, or change the color, you can do that just by highlighting the text and then clicking on these options. You can also change the font. So now I have Open Sans, but I can also do like Cabin, and that will change the font. Or I can also change the font size to make it bigger or to make it smaller. So next is audio. So the audio that you put in is only for the audio in your Google Drive. So you need to upload your audio to your Google Drive. So click on Insert and then Audio. And make sure that the audio file is public if you are posting online. So I'll just click on Insert and then Audio. So as you can see, I have one audio example here, which is a podcast. I'll click on it and then click on the blue button that says Select. So now I have the audio here. It says the duration of it. And when I'm in present mode, I can also play the audio for the viewers. Videos. So to insert a video, you would press on Insert and then Video. So Insert and then Video is right here. So you can search on YouTube for the video. So for this example, I'll be searching up Letter to a Cyber Senior. This is a Cyber Senior video. You'll click on it and then click on Select. So now I have the video right here. And if you want to go to present mode at the top right, it says present, start presentation. So you can click on that. And then if you click on the video plays. Also, if you're running out of room, at the top left it says new slide, or there's like a plus sign to insert a new slide. You can also insert a new slide by clicking on slide and then new slide. It's the same thing. So now shapes. So to insert a shape, you would click on insert and then shapes. And then shapes should be right here where you can see the different shapes, arrows, callouts like speech bubbles, or equation, which is like plus, minus, etc. So for now, I'll click on the rectangle. And same for the text box. You can just click and drag to make a rectangle bigger or smaller. So you can change the color by clicking on the paint bucket. So at the top, there's a paint bucket that says fill color. You can also change the border by clicking on border color or the icon beside it, which is like a pencil or a pen. So this is when the arrange section can be useful. So click on arrange and then center on page and horizontally. So what happens here is it just made my rectangles to be in the center of the page. You can also click on arrange and click on rotate, or rotate clockwise 90 degrees to rotate it. So tables. So to insert a table, you would press on insert and then table. In table, which should be right here. So as you can see, you can create different dimensions. So I think your maximum is 20 by 20, but I'll just create a smaller one, which is a 3 by 2 table. So now you have the different sections. So you can type in anything that you want for each section. And it works like that. Charts. So to insert a chart, you would click on insert and then chart. So insert at the top and then chart. So we have different kinds of charts. So we have like a bar graph, a column, line graph, pie graph, like that. You can also choose a chart that you made previously from Google Sheets. So I'll just be clicking on the first option, which is a bar. So as you can see, it shows us the bar graph that we can move around. Diagram. So to insert a diagram, you would press on insert and then diagram. So as you can see, there are different options like grid and so on. So I'll just be clicking on grid. And we have even more options for grid. And just like the table, we can insert anything that we want and type in anything. So lastly is word art. So you would press on insert and then word art. So for word art, you can type in any sentence or any words that you'd like. Just make sure to use enter on your keyboard to save and use shift plus enter on your keyboard to create multiple lines. Like this, and then I would do Shift and then Enter just for the next line. And like that, you have your word art. So thank you for listening, and now it is time for the breakout rooms where you can ask any questions that you have regarding Google Slides.